Hey guys, what's good? It's LJ here. Before I start this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also feel free to check out my socials, which is below in the description. Thank you. Alright guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Canon M50. Now I've had this camera for a little over a year, so I think I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to this camera. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'm going to be listing pros and cons as well as giving you guys video test footage. Let's do it. Alright, so the pros. One of the pros that I'm going to have to definitely list here is the 1080p by 60 frames per second quality. Now, if you guys see any of the videos I made before this video, it was shot on the Canon M50. I recently just got the camera that I'm filming on now, which is the Sony a6400. Another thing that I really like about this camera is the flip out screen. So you can turn it if you need to, and you can look at yourself when you're vlogging, and this camera is very compact, so it's great for vlogging. And it's also good for getting those low angle shots, like you can kind of like look up like that or down if you need to. Another pro I'm gonna have to say is the viewfinder. I love that this camera comes with it at such a good price, because the Sony that I'm currently using was about $500 to $600 more than the M50, and the viewfinder helps a lot, especially if you're outside in a bright setting and you can't see your screen. Another thing is the 4K. The 4K is nice. You do lose some of the autofocus tracking on your face, which is a downside, but the 4K, it does its job. So it's basically really light. You can take it with you on the go, vlogging, a family trip, whatever. So yeah. Alright, now I'm gonna have to be honest about the cons. When you do shoot in 4K, it is very cropped, but you can get some lens to help with that. But if you just have the normal standard kit lens, it's gonna crop you in quite a bit. Another thing is the slow motion. It shoots at 120 frames per second, but only at 720p, which is not a big deal if you don't mind it, but I prefer for my, slow motion to be full 1080. Last thing is, if you want to get like an EF lens, you're going to need an adapter. Now, since this is the mirrorless line of Canon, the lenses are going to be a little bit more on the pricey side. But I don't really mind it. I got an adapter for about $100. I can use any other Canon lens on it, so it works out for me. $100 for an adapter wasn't that bad to me, but I get things can be pretty pricey. Now that I have listed the pros and cons, I think it's safe to say we can do some video test footage on this camera. I'm going to go ahead, set it up on my tripod, walk outside, talk to you guys so you can hear the audio and everything, maybe shoot a little cinematic. Let's do it. So this is 4K. I am outside. I don't know if you guys can hear me that well because there's a lawnmower in the background, but I am kind of shouting at the camera. The camera's kind of struggling to focus on my face. This is 4K at 24 frames per second, but as you guys can see, it's not too bad. Like, the quality is super nice. I'm gonna just walk a little bit. That sun is so bright. Alright, so now I'm shooting at 1080 60 frames per second. As you guys can tell, I like this much better. I don't really need 4K, but the price of this camera, you just can't beat it. It's pretty nice out, not even gonna lie, but you get like a nice field of view. It is pretty windy, so I'm just kind of like walking a little bit. At 1080 60 frames per second, the camera does a pretty good job at tracking my face pretty well, even in low light situations, because I'm in the forest. So yeah. That light is very bright. Just, yeah, I'm trying to give you guys like, you know, a breakdown of the footage. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, if you have any questions or concerns, I'd be gladly to answer them below in the comments. Just let me know. See you guys later.